Good morning, everyone. It's Rosella again. I just wanted to come and follow up on a video I did a couple days ago. I gave you a 5-day challenge to ask yourself, who am I? Not sure if anyone had an opportunity to do that, but if not, why not do that little short exercise and just ask yourself, who are you? Not what anyone else thinks about you, but how do you feel about yourself? What qualities, characteristics, and features about yourself that you can say, who am I? I was just considering it not long ago, and I wrote a blog that's going to come out very soon concerning it. But when I think about who I am a female author who happened to be a Christian. I am a wife, I am a mother, and I'm a grandmother. I'm also an ordained minister. I work at a bank during my daytime. I write books, Christian books. And yesterday, ironically, I asked the Lord while I was sitting at my desk, I had a little downtime. Excuse me. So I asked the Lord, I said, God, I used to write poems when I was a young girl, and I do not have that book anymore because it's been a lot of years ago. However, God graciously gave me a poem, and I was just elated, and I told my husband about it, and it's called He Can Be Found. And I'm not going to quote it here because I'm going to include it in my next book as a bonus. So I say all of that just to remind you that when we ask God for something, He is faithful and He will do it. And whatever struggles that we may be going through, when we just ask God, Lord, help me out of this. It doesn't have to be one of those prayers where you bombarding heaven and you're tearing down and you're snotting and you're doing all that. It's just a simple prayer. Lord, show me how to do this. Show me what it is that you want me to do. And God will do it. I'm a living witness. And another thing that I want to share is I'm coming to the end of my current book. And I'll talk more about that in another video, in another session. But during that journey, I learned some more things about myself. Already knew I had a strong will and a tenacity to get things done. But I didn't realize the depth and level of it until I started writing this book. And I think it's because this book reveals so much that a lot of us go through as women, as men that are divorced, that has been in a bad relationship, that has lost loved ones. And I was able to internalize some of the things that I did not get a chance to internalize when my mom passed away. When my mom passed away, I was doing my master's degree, and the intense courses did not allow me to grieve the way that I wanted to grieve. So during this course of writing this book, I wasn't grieving, but I was internally grieving and internally thinking about things that happened, and her illness and how we all came together. And briefly for a moment, I experienced what it would be like if someone was stopped dead in their tracks because of a loved one. And I thought in my mind, if I was a little girl when she passed away, there's a lot of lessons I would not have been able to get from her. There is a lot of information that she downloaded to me as from mother to daughter that had it been in my younger years, I would not have gotten the knowledge from her that I was able to get. And I think I mentioned to you before about my divorce and the lessons that I have learned beyond that. And I told you, I thank God for my exes, because if it wasn't for my exes, I wouldn't have my present husband, who is so dynamic in comparison to any relationship that I've had. I can't say it enough that be willing to be open and do what God wants you to do, or be where God wants you to be, or see what God wants you to see. Because sometimes we miss God because we have tunnel vision on what we think things should be. We have a tunnel vision on how this should happen and who this person should be and what they should look like and what they should be like. And God said, I know you better than you know yourself. See, God, He knows us. He knows what we need. And in my younger years, I thought I knew what I needed. I thought my decisions was the best decisions in the world because I was this little smart girl who, but I realized is that whatever knowledge that I have is from God. It's nothing that I have obtained on my own. I may have did the work in the colleges. I may have sat for the test, but ultimately it was the ability that God has given me. And you know what? You have an ability that God has given you. And it's time that you tap into what that ability is. And sometimes it's not going to necessarily be that easy to tap into those abilities because we have so many gifts and so many talents that we know how to do that we can get confused on that one thing, that one passionate thing that God has for us. And it took me some journeys to get to where I'm at today. I went through some careers. I went through some jobs. I went through some stuff. Lots of stuff. Stuff that, trust me, you don't want to hear about. But the fact of the matter is, I want you to be able to tap in and move forward and do what God called you to do. I'm doing what God has called me to do for this dispensation and this season, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm ready to move to the next level with what He's doing. And we're working on it. It's coming. It's happening, and it's happening quickly. But stay focused on your assignment and let all that other rough, tough, and all that other noise of the world be behind you, and just focus on what God has called you to do and what your job is. And, find all the information you can that you can be successful in what you're doing. So those are my little tidbit that I want to give for today, my little informational that I want to give for today. And I pray that you would have a blessed day. I'm Frizella Donegan Taylor, and you can find my website on www.frizelladonegentaylor.com. And you can also follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So have a nice day and be blessed and focus on your assignment. Have a good one.